Hey, how's it going, my fellow Mandalorians? Welcome back to the Mr. Blue podcast. I'm your host, Blu-rayDave, and I should do more movie reviews on the podcast. I feel like that'd be a good spot for it. Let me know in the comments if you guys want more of this. So, yesterday or whenever this episode comes out, I promised you guys that this movie review will come up very soon. I was hoping I could do it last night, but I was pressed for time in my personal life. So, hey, perfect time to do it, right? And hopefully all of you guys are gonna listen to this. Yeah, I can't wait to get into this. So, you guys already read the title. I'm gonna talk about. Remember, this is spoilers, all right? We're in spoiler territory. Yep, I'm going to be talking about the latest Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh man, I had very, very low expectations for this movie because I had no idea what to expect. Is it going to be like your typical Mandalorian adventure from the original series? And it was, And how Star Wars Theory described it a little bit. It felt like a 4 to 6 episode movie, right? It's like an extended episode, right? This is kind of like a season 4, but something tells me The Mandalorian isn't going anywhere. We'll get like a season 4. I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit what I know. I didn't watch all of the interviews with Dave and John, but this was out of necessity on Disney side. We haven't had a Star Wars movie in almost 7 years now. Can you believe it? Man, time flies so fast. So Disney asked Dave and John if they can make a movie, right? So there were plans for season 4 to happen, but who knows if those plans will still come to light in some way. I'm happy with what we got, and it's not a 10 out of 10 movie, right, guys? It's definitely a fun summer, popcorn flick you could watch with your buddies or even with your family, right? I love the message that Mando says to Grogu. He says, the young protect the old and the old protect the young. I thought that was so awesome. So yeah, it is not a bad movie. I want to make that clear, guys. It is a decent, good movie, right? That's the best way I could put it. And if I had to rate it out of a 10, it would probably be a 5 or a 6. That's just my ranking for it. Who knows? Maybe my opinions on it will change in the future, which I'm sure they will. I'm just happy that we got a Star Wars movie after this long, and going into this movie, I was so nostalgic about this movie, especially in the beginning, with the soundtrack. It brought me back to November 12th, 2019. Again, that's when Disney Plus, the platform, came out, and when the first episode of The Mandalorian came out too. Oh man, I remembered, watching the first episode on my phone and eating wagon wheel mac and cheese with turkey hot dogs. So I still kept that tradition, guys. Every November 12th, I always celebrate, Disney Plus Day, and the rest was history. And I'm happy that I have both me and my dad. Actually, we have the entire series on Steelbook. So yeah, and of course, I got my dad hooked onto the series originally, right? And sometimes you ask me when is there another season of Mando coming out, right? And not once has he asked me about the movie, right? Let alone I guess he wasn't aware. But this was perfect because this came out on his birthday, the 22nd, and I treated him, of course, and he definitely enjoyed it for sure. And I will make sure to get him his own physical copy of the movie when it comes out. Oh man. Somebody pointed out, in the beginning with Mando, he was more like a Batman, how he was taking down the quote-unquote Empire, right? And I've come to a realization recently in the Star Wars universe, they're pretty much treating Mando kind of like the Daredevil in the Star Wars universe, if that makes sense. That's what I love about the Mandoverse. The Mandoverse is street level, and I have no problem with that. Like, street level Star Wars, let's go, you know? But this movie also proved, like, hey, if a Disney Plus series can get a big franchise movie, then of course Daredevil should get his own theatrical release, right? I'm sure one day that'll happen. They'll have to have good writers to make probably a 2-hour film for that, right? Yeah, I guess this is everything you expect from a Mandalorian movie, you know. You got him doing a mission, sometimes for credits this time. He's always in a sticky situation, in a bad bind, right, and all that stuff. Like, again, everything that you want. And of course, I had to binge watch the entire series, including Book of Boba Fett, this week, right? Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni, if you're listening, seriously, release the Book of Boba Fett on Steelbook. I would buy it for sure. Along with Season 7 of the Clone Wars, right? Hopefully there's plans, right? And Sigourney Weaver's character, she was cool, you know. I expected her to have a big film presence, but I'm guessing she was the most expensive, you know, paid actor on the set. She had to have limited screen time, which I can understand. And this movie felt besides it feeling like the Disney Plus series, nothing has changed. There were some scenes that felt a lot like Solo, and the ending felt like Rogue One, you know. And it feels like it goes you go from TV to movie territory. That's where we're at, right? And the arena scenes, I was getting heavy Thor Ragnarok vibes. Just think about it. Rhoda the Hutt is the Hulk at that point, and Mando is Thor, right? And oh my gosh, the chess piece characters from A New Hope, we finally get to see them come to light, the actual, even the ground itself was a literal, chessboard, right? So, that was pretty cool. Speaking of Rhoda the Hutt, man, he had a real glow up big time, in a good way. Honestly, Rhoda is the only Hutt that I've ever liked from a long time. And if some of you guys don't know, Rhoda the Hutt is actually from the Clone Wars movie when he was a baby, right? And yeah, he turned out pretty cool, you know. And I never thought I'd see the day with a Hutt with abs, but here we are. Oh man. Martin Scorsese, I do not care about him. I've never watched his films. I never will, so I never care about the guy. And I just did not like his character, that four-armed alien that we saw in Solo. That was a different character, by the way. Yeah, I just don't like Martin Scorsese. And of course, the film being called The Mandalorian and Grogu definitely had more time to shine too, in the series, right? He had to be independent, a little bit on his own when Mando was poisoned, right? The Hutt twins, those creeps come from the Book of Boba Fett. They want to kill Rada, right? Because he's the last of, technically the last of the line of Jabba the Hutt, but yeah. They attempt to kill Mando, right? He gets bit by that big dragon, gets poisoned, and then Grogu, you know, helps him a little bit. Mando is in a coma in these next couple of days, right? And I love the little guys, you know, that fix, you know, droids, and how they have their own little ship, and Grogu is going with them. Oh, and that bounty hunter from the Clone Wars, what's his name, Embo or something like that? I never thought we'd see him in live action. Literally, the last time we saw him was in the Clone Wars. Oh, man, that is so cool. That is so cool. And I still love the fact how he uses his hat as a kind of a frisbee/shield, you know? It was just perfect. Yeah, the ending with the X-wings coming in to like take out the Hutt's palace, like it felt more like Rogue One, and like again, some with like the street level stuff on the planet that Rada was on. Like it felt more Solo, right? I mean, seriously, can we all agree that this movie is a Star Wars story? I can understand if it was too long of a title to call like Star Wars, The Mandalorian Grogu, a Star Wars story, right? But then again, that's kind of a contradiction because I'm pretty sure some of you guys in the comments are going to say like, "What are you talking about? Like it's not a Star Wars story. It's not their origin story." Like, okay, yes, for anybody who's going to comment on that, you're definitely right on that. But what Dave and John has said in interviews, I remember this. They said for anybody who hasn't seen the series. This is like a proper introduction to the new audience, so it doesn't make sense to me when I've heard like the Mandalorian series itself doesn't have a bigger audience, even though there's advertising literally everywhere. Everyone and their grandma and their dog has seen the series at this point, right? Since 2019, like it's not that hard to miss. But I will say, my brother and I agree that the marketing for this movie was so bad. Like, there wasn't a lot of marketing for this. Like, the marketing could have been done better, especially with merchandising, right? Yeah, merchandising right now is just so bland. I rarely buy a piece of merch specifically from that movie, right? Again, going back to my point, what Dave and John were saying, like, for us, old fans who seen the series, like, at least we know what's going on, right? But it's still kind of like a fresh take. It's not a soft reboot or anything. They didn't have to reference anything, right? I mean, that's where I've heard a lot of critics say, like, oh, this movie's bad because they don't reference past seasons or whatever. Like, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case, like, yes, this movie is canon. It's canon to the series, right? Like, and they don't necessarily have to reference everything. I mean, like, Star Wars itself in the canon, they rarely reference other projects, right? It's not like Marvel where they have to reference like 10 different projects in a new project. Like, oh, remember when this thing happened? Remember when this character did this? Like, and you know what? I'm fine with that. Star Wars doesn't necessarily need that as long as, like, we know that it is canon and the projects themselves, like, know that it's canon. Like, they don't have to reference everything, right? And Zeb, yes, both my brother and I agree. Like, Zeb should have had more screen time. Like, seriously, we have most of the Rebels cast in live action. We just need Kanan. If they could do like a Rebels prequel movie, that'd be pretty cool. But then again, there's the World Between Worlds. Oh, but then I'm remembering what Ahsoka said to Ezra in season 4. Like, when he was in the World Between Worlds, when he pulled her out, she explained to him, like, because time travel affects like the main canon of Star Wars, right? If Ezra were to pull Kanan at that exact time when Kanan was like trying to getting the Rebels crew out, right? Like, sure, he would have survived, but like the Rebels crew would have died right there. There we go. But yeah. Yeah, the story is bland. Like, it's not boring, but hey, it is better than The Rise of Skywalker. But again, I'm going to have people in the comments saying, like, Blu-ray. Like, anything is better than The Rise of Skywalker. Anything is better than the sequels. Like, yes, I would agree, definitely. And I don't know if this satisfies Star Wars fans, like, because nowadays, like, there is no middle ground, right? But hopefully this calmed everybody, Like, not everybody is butthurt, right? Like, sure, I've heard some negative reviews, but I'm hearing mostly positive, right? Like, and sometimes we need bland, right? Like, Mandalorian Season 1, for example, like, that one is peak, yes. It is bland, but it is watchable, right? Seasons 1 and 2 is watchable, right? yeah, so they're trying to get back to basics. And yes, like Dave Filoni, like live action is not his strong suit, but you know what? He did good. He, of course, executive produced on this, but of course, Jon Favreau got to both executive produce and direct this, right? So, like, why not just leave the live action stuff to John and just keep the animated stuff for Dave because he's good in that department? Like, seriously, like, I've been enjoying more of. I've said this so many times, guys. I'm like a broken record at this point, but I'm pretty sure you guys like hear me say this. Like, I've been enjoying the Disney, animated stuff more than the live action stuff, just because every Star Wars animated stuff has been on point, especially like Maul Shadow Lord. Oh, guys, that has to get a steelbook release at some point now. Like, again, Dave, if you're watching, yeah. I'm probably missing out a couple of things. Like, let's just say you guys aren't missing much, to say the least. But hey, if you want to watch something with the family, or if you have a date or something like that, like, watch it with your family, like with your loved ones, right? Because seriously, you're gonna have a good time. Like, me, Dad, and brother, the Eradicator, by the way, we all watched on the monster screen, and I got like the biggest popcorn bucket. Like, it's the same height as my other popcorn buckets, but it's like bigger. So hopefully you guys will be able to see a picture like for the background, right? Yeah, and as it like getting a physical release, we're probably looking at a mid to late August Blu-ray release at some point. I mean, who's to say that they can't release it late July? Because Disney typically now, they usually release their stuff physically like 2 months after it's released, sometimes 3, depending on what it is. And of course, I'm not that worried about it hitting on Disney Plus. Like, people are letting me know, like, hey, this movie is coming out on Disney Plus. Like, okay, that's great. So what? Like, as long as like I got my physical copy and digital copy, I'm not that worried about it being on Disney Plus. Like, when it goes on there later, eventually, like, that's great. It's on there. We can all move on with our lives, right? And sadly, I hate to say this, but like, I could definitely see why this isn't on a lot of people's like top 10 anticipated movies of 2026. I mean, I'm hoping like, excuse me, guys. I'm hoping that this movie will bring the community back. Like I said, it's not a perfect movie. It's not a 10 out of 10 movie. It's just something that we desperately need at this point, guys. Like, seriously, I'm happy in the last 7 years we've had Disney Plus projects, because honestly, I think we desperately needed it. Like taking a break from movies and just like, I mean, Lucasfilm has been better than Marvel Studios. Like, they were focusing on quality over quantity, in my honest opinion. Like, that could be controversial in itself, right? Like, and if I'm wrong, like, seriously, I would love to hear your opinions. Like, what do you guys think? Like, do you think Lucasfilm handled quality better over quantity? Like, at least they focused on important characters that do deserve series, right? And of course, we're not going to include like the spin-offs, like non-canon stuff, like the Lego stuff and frickin' Star Wars Visions. And tell me in the comments if Jedi Academy is good, and if it's canon. Like, I'm probably going to have to watch it at some point. I know it's a Disney Junior show, but like, again, I'm probably going to have to watch it at some point. But let me know if it's good. I don't know. I've been really skeptical about it for the last few years. Seriously, hopefully this movie is the middle ground, right? Like, it brings all of us together. I'm still skeptical about Starfighter, because some are saying like, oh, Rey is going to pop up at the end of that movie. Like, and if that's true, then again, I'm not going to spend $13 on that movie, right? Like, I'll wait for that to come out on Disney Plus, right? isn't that movie supposed to come out next year or something like that? I know Ahsoka Season 2 is supposed to come out early next year, 2027. Like, good. Like, take your time, Lucasfilm. Like seriously, I want to see Clone Wars Obi-Wan, you know? I want to see him in his armor, right? Who knows? Maybe the Ahsoka series, like, Season 2 could be, like, a whole season dedicated to just Clone Wars, right? Clone Wars flashbacks, right? Like, we see Ahsoka in present day, and then, like, she's having, you know, the Clone Wars flashbacks. Like, that'd be pretty cool. I want to see more live-action Rex. I don't know. I was really hoping that Gina Carano will make a comeback in this movie, you know? Like, seriously, I immediately loved her, like, when I saw her, what was in, like, episode 4 or something like that in Season 1, and at least she's not killed. As far as we know, like, Cara Dune, right? Like, I love her character so much. I don't know why I don't own her action figure yet. Gina Carano, if you're listening, hi, how you doing? I wish you the best. Like, seriously, I really do wish that you can come back. You know, like, your character is so important and cool. Like, Disney can't leave you hanging like that. If I heard this correctly, guys, I haven't been keeping up since, like, what, last year or something like that? Like, she won the lawsuit, like, her versus Disney. Like, good on her then. Good on her. Like, seriously, she has the freedom of speech, right? Like, you can't cancel her because of freedom of speech, right? Oh, it's because of contracts, Blu-ray. Like, you need to understand, like, screw the contracts, right? And who knows, maybe Boba could have made an appearance. Apparently Dave and John pulled the plug on their Mandoverse crossover movie. Well, quote-unquote pulled the plug, let's say, because they were worried about, like, the traction of this movie. Like, even though it made bank this weekend, it's still profitable to still have a franchise, right? Like I said, The Mandalorian's not going anywhere, right? They could still, if they wanted to, they can make a sequel, right? But they're probably not. And if they don't, I'm okay with it. Just continue with TV, you know. I think Pedro Pascal is better on TV than he is in movies, right? Because he's been in everything. I recently saw, what was it, like, Materialistic with Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans. That movie was good. I think Pedro had a decent role. I'm always going to love him as Reed Richards, right? Like, he's like a proper Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. Like, at least that's where I know, like, he's an exception on film. Like, yes, he's... Honestly, like, he's a franchise, you know, sci-fi actor in my eyes, right? Even though I think he's overrated, I think, like, he works better in Star Wars and Marvel, right? Sometimes I try to forget, like, he was in Wonder Woman 1984, but then there's that meme that pops up, like, in my head, like, oh, yeah. But what do you guys think of Pedro Pascal in general? Do you think, like, he's overrated? Do you think he's in too much stuff? Like, do you think he's in everything? Like, Chris Pratt is a better actor than him, no doubt, right? I have no problem with Chris Pratt being in stuff because, hey, he's a pure white Christian boy. Anyway, I think this movie should have had more cameos, right? At least, like, have some of the Ghost crew come back, like Hera and her kid, and, like, Chopper, right? I don't think you can necessarily bring in Luke, because, again, like, that Mandoverse crossover project is still going to happen in some way, guys. We don't know for sure if it will be in movie form anymore, like, because it's supposed to be adapting the heir to the Empire storyline, right? Or is it Heir of the Empire? I think it's Heir to the Empire. If they're gonna adapt the story, the Battle of Jakku, yes, make sure you do not reference the sequels in any way, right? Like, kind of like foreshadowing, right? Like, don't do that. Just leave it as it is. Like, maybe that could be the Mandoverse crossover project. Like, who knows at this point? I'm just happy to know that the Hutt twins are done, right? Because I never liked them since Book of Boba Fett. Like, they did not need to exist. I did not need to know that Jabba had. I mean, were they siblings or were they cousins to him? I don't friggin' know. Who knows? Maybe this movie could have had Rex, right? Because Rex he's still around this time, right? Like, I definitely would have bring him in, for sure. I don't know. Just kind of like a side rant, guys, right? I want to say this, and this is going back to Book of Boba Fett, right? Originally, the plans for the original ending for the season finale was Cad Bane wasn't supposed to show up. It was supposed to be Han Solo, and like Harrison Ford was supposed to pop up. Like, that's impossible because not only that he hates the franchise itself, but he also hates Han Solo. So yeah, I definitely would have bring in the new guy to still play Han Solo, right, and just have him face off with Boba. And I'm gonna keep saying this until it happens. Lucasfilm can still make that R-rated Boba Fett movie, you know, redeem him again. Seriously, it can be a prequel. It can be done, guys. Seriously, send this video out to Dave and John. I want them to hear about this. Like, seriously, if you guys are listening, please give us that R-rated Boba Fett film. Like, the context of the movie, why it's R-rated, like, why Boba is the way he is. I mean, of course, the reason why he's more compassionate now is because if you look back on the Clone Wars series, when he was a kid, he did not want to kill right away. That he was still human, right? Like, he especially did not want to kill his clone cadets, right? Because they were his friends, like his brothers, right? So, I can forgive the writing to some aspect of that. Like, it's pretty funny how they call him Grandpa Fett. Like, come on, he's still a killer. He killed Cad Bane. Come on, guys. He doesn't have a code where he's like, oh, I can't kill anymore because I'm not a bounty hunter anymore, so therefore I can't kill. Like, you're still technically a bounty hunter, but yeah, you still kill Boba. So, yeah. Yeah, this review has kind of gone all over the place. This isn't normal when I talk about, like, spoiler reviews, right? I get straight to the point. I'm on point, like, scene after scene, right? I guess I'm spicing things up a bit today, right? Yeah, seriously, I can't wait to watch this movie again. Seriously. Like, when it comes out on Blu-ray, right? Seriously, I legit thought Mando was gonna die, you know? Because they were teasing it in the movie, like, oh, one day, your child is going to, like, move on without you, like, when you're gone, right? Like, and, you know, that's kind of like where the saying comes from Mando, right? Like, the old protect the young and the young protect the old, and I thought it was, like, really sweet, you know? I like how Pedro Pascal is, like, so protective of both characters, right? Both Mando and Grogu, right? Like, as far as I know, as if they're recording this episode, he's not a parent himself. But he's always played father figures, right? I mean, dude, like, you gotta hurry up. You gotta find yourself a good woman and have kids of your own one day. Like, I do believe, like, Mando and Grogu has, like, changed him over the years, like, made him more soft, right? And if you guys were waiting for me to talk about his political views, now I'm keeping that out because you guys know how I feel about those political views. Like, gonna leave them out, right? So, yeah, we're not gonna get into that. however you guys feel about Pedro Pascal, that's up to you guys. Your opinions, like, that's fine. I don't need to change them for you. I don't know. I don't think there's more for me to say other than the fact, like, I'm just happy we got a Star Wars film out. Like, it is a filler movie, but it's a good filler movie. Something that we desperately needed, right? Because we had no idea where the movies were gonna go afterwards. I guess, let alone if we weren't so sure if they were gonna make more movies. Well, then again, they did announce, like, a couple years later, they did announce, like, a few movies. Like, I'm still waiting for that Jedi prequel movie. Yep, the prequel to the prequel trilogy, right? Bring it on. And I know this isn't a movie, but, like, I'm still waiting for that Lando Disney Plus series to come out. So Lucasfilm, please get on that. Like, seriously, like, make more Star Wars stories. Like, yeah, let's take a break from the Skywalker saga, right? Like, at least want to talk about, like, with the numbered movies, right? Like, I know there's definitely a few characters that do need projects of their own. Like, I definitely think Jango Fett should get his own Disney Plus series. General Grievous, I feel like you could do that as a movie. I think a General Grievous movie could be rated R if you do it right, because he's so brutal. You guys can let me know. I don't know if Captain Rex and his buddies should get a Disney Plus series, like finding rogue clones or something like that. I don't know. Not everybody needs a Disney Plus series, but I feel like Rex himself should get his own project in some way. I don't know if a movie of his own would be too far, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas if Rex should get his own movie or Disney Plus series, seriously, I would love to know. Like, this is very hard for me to, like, find out, to figure it out. Like, I still want to see my boy on screen, though, Rex. Like, I remember after Rogue One, Lucasfilm was saying, like, we're going to come up with the Yoda prequel movie. Like, yes, that can happen too, you know? Speaking of Yoda, rest in peace to Tom Kane, you know, the voice actor for Yoda in the Clone Wars and the Clone Wars narrator, and Admiral Yularen. Like, rest in peace, buddy. Like, he had that stroke a few years back, and he hasn't been in anything since. Like, oh, man. I mean, hey, we still have Frank Oz. You know, he's the original voice for Yoda, so if they can have him voice Yoda in anything, like any projects, like, cool. Like, especially in animation, right? The one time that he did in animation was Rebels, and we don't know how that turned out. At least, like, the physical animated form, right? His voice was good in that episode, no doubt. But yeah, I guess I'm talking way too much. Side rant, right? But yeah, this was pretty much my spoiler review of Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be talking about the movie itself. Like, don't worry, guys. Be expecting a Blu-ray, like a future Blu-ray review soon, right? Again, we could have a potential August release date at some point, so... but let me know in the comments if you guys seen the movie and if you're going to watch it again, or if you're just going to wait for the Blu-ray to come out. And do you own the entire series on Steelbook? Seriously, like, not everyone was able to get them, but, like, at my local Walmart right now, again, at the corner of this video, like, the entire series is there on the shelves, on 4K, so if you love the series, go get it. It's better to own it physically, so... Alright, again, thanks so much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, I got a couple more episodes in the pipeline that I want to get out. I just don't want to take too long with these, like, getting them out, so... Again, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And, remember, this is the way. Alright, good night, guys.